What is going on, fellow gamers? This is Days, and today I want to talk about following the release of the Ashes of Arendelle PvP arena mode, and having it confirmed that 3v3s and 6-man free-for-alls and 4-man free-for-alls and 2v2s and duels and all that is pretty much confirmed. If you don't know more about the PvP arena mode itself, you can go watch Vadi video or Peverson's latest video. They explained it pretty well. I'm here to talk about today about the impact that the new PvP arena mode is going to have on Dark Souls 3, similar to Dark Souls 1, except it is on a larger scale right now with Dark Souls 3. So before jumping into the arena mode, let's discuss the way it is at the moment with PvP team battles. How do we have team battles at the moment? Usually either fight clubs or invasions. Having an invasion, a host, a couple of phantoms, a blue phantom, a faithful eldritch, and let's say 2 other red invaders. This is how people at the moment team fight. Now that we can have team fights through matchmaking and get into a proper arena where Estus is controlled, a controlled environment where nobody can spam Estus and pretty much just fight till the death, it changes things in a major scale. Now, what is the most viable PvP? If you ask most people now, what is the most viable PvP build? They would say, I bet more than 50% would say a quality build, just straight up using weapons, just physical weapons, no spells. So the quality build is pretty much good for PvP, for all around PvP, whether it's facing gankers or duels or whatever. But some people might argue that sorcery can be more effective or whatnot. But for the most part, it is the quality builds that are dominant in PvP. That's what I'm saying. However, in match-made team-based fights, things are a little different. You can now strategize with your friends. You can be a mage. You can be a sorcerer. You can be a cleric. You can be the one who. Let me give you an example of what I would do in a team fight. I would have, let's say, we would have one quality build user, okay, and a sorcerer or just another dual wielder or a battle mage, and I would be, for example, the cleric, a strength cleric, a strength faith build with healing miracles and whatnot, and to support my team, basically support spells and aggressive spells. That kind of play, which brings a lot more variety than the meta Dark Souls that we know right now. The PvP meta at the moment is something else from the PvP meta that's going to be, from the new meta that's going to be created in the new arena mode, because people aren't just going to stick to one build and just keep using that. More builds are going to be viable. You're bound to be able to hit your opponents with spells, even if they're slow, even if pyromancy is slow. Scott, aka Damn No HTML, just released a video about how pyromancy is quite useless, and to some degree, I do agree with him. However, when your opponent can't even see you or is not even paying attention to you, you can pretty much shoot the spell and land the hit while they're not paying attention, because you have 2 other teammates that are distracting them. So this kind of strategy and viability of different builds in the new arena mode really excites me. It really is another dimension of PvP in Dark Souls. This is going to be rather exciting. We're only a few days away, and I really want to get my hands on it as soon as possible. The new weapons look great. If you haven't seen any of that, go check out the trailer, or as I said in the beginning, you can check out Peverson's video or Vadi's video. They really put together a good couple of videos and you'll pretty much get everything that we know so far about the arena mode. One more thing is that 6-man brawls, 4-man brawls, and 6-man free-for-all brawls exist now. Shut up, phone. They exist now, and yeah, mages are going to be viable there too. Mages, clerics, any spell, AoE spells are going to be great. Say, whatever, Wrath of the Gods it's nearly useless at the moment in PvP. It could actually make for a good, say, you're low health. You have the red tier stone and the blue tier stone rings on. 2 players are trying to come at you with 2 katanas, well, with like 1 katana each, and they're trying to come at you for the final blow to get the kill and, you know, get the score for themselves. However, you can use that. Let's say you have that talisman that increases your poise, increases your armor for a little bit as well. You can get through their attacks, do Wrath of Gods, kill them both, and that's 2 credits for you. There's nothing really much to this video. It's not scripted. You see, you can tell I don't usually do these live kind of commentaries, but I just really wanted to speak my mind about this, to, like, kind of bring you guys to notice with me what I'm, you know, seeing or what could be in the future in terms of arena mode, and, you know, how it might change and what could be viable and what could be not. I suspect that nearly everything would be viable if used right, from spells to bows to whatever underrated weapon that we have at the moment. And speaking of underrated weapons, FromSoft did mention in the latest patch notes that they are going to be changing some animations for the weapon arts, and pretty much like tweaking weapon arts as a whole for a bunch of weapons. So I hope this makes a lot of the, you know, less used weapons, like, I don't know, the lance, for example, which has absolutely no hyper armor, which doesn't make any sense. Even though it's a great lance, you're supposed to have hyper armor with it. Not even the weapon art, not even its weapon art has hyper armor. So, like, hopefully they'll, like, fix weapons like these and, you know, give them more of a reason to be used and embraced by the community, instead of just being stuck to, you know, 10, 20 weapons. So yeah, as I said, I just wanted to emphasize how I feel about this. It's looking pretty exciting, and it's going to make for great montage material, by the way. Expect a bunch of those out of me when the arena mode comes out. Other than that, this has been Days. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later in the arena.